make her, and she ends up, you see what she kind of pees herself. So I was fine with that, but I'm saying like what I'm trying to explain it as is that it just felt like if you see the movie Watchmen coming out, and there was drafts of Watchmen where you see Adrian Veidt, I call it Adrian Veidt, whatever, but Veidt, whatever, Ozymandias, or where there's some drafts that they did, everybody knows, and here's again spoiler, if you didn't watch Watchmen or nothing, here's another spoiler, where Veidt basically is responsible for the destruction of Manhattan, and then he never gets his comeuppance. But in the screenplays that I read, and we still have to see what Zack Snyder does with it, but in the screenplays, he always got his comeuppance somehow. Like, Dan, the Night Owl, would throw a thing and kill him, and that's kind of what it felt like here, where like you're like, okay, they carve a swastika in the Landa's head, and it's like, okay, we carved one, and it's just like there's just a sense of like, personally. Not that I was saying like it'd be you think it would, like it just seems kind of like it just felt forced. I know why he says it, because you want Alda to go to say that line where he goes, I think this is my masterpiece or whatever. But like I said, when I had gotten there, like this is, like I said, this is a guy who is supposedly, I guess how do you explain it? He's kind of like the bad from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where and you're like, you expect. I'm glad he doesn't get killed, and I'm glad that kind of ending comes where you're like, oh, he's not just going to get killed. He does kind of find a way to get away with it, and you're like, okay. The swastika, but there's just a sense of, like I said, the way that it arrived, it just felt like I said, shoulder mount gun. That it was just like, oh, we just dodged a bullet here, not getting killed by this guy. Let's do something. Let's carve a swastika on his head. Yay! And it was just like, it just felt like I said. I just hope that when whatever's filmed or whatever's. I just hope I feel that more in another profound way. That it's like the same. I guess in another way to say is like with Bill in Kill Bill, where the 5-point palm thing happens, and in that movie when I had read it first, and then I was like seeing it was like when she finally does kill Bill in a way, like the way that it's filmed is a little bit more profound. It doesn't just feel like she just kind of quickly dismantles and kills Bill, and it was like, yay, and I leave. It was just like the way that it was there, it was like, it was built up, the conversation, everything, that I hope the same thing can happen with Landa's character, that like, I hope I don't feel, I just hope I don't, like I said, the feeling of it just had a feeling of like, well, we can't just let this guy get away with something, let's stab his face or something, let's do something here. And then we go, alright, he didn't get away scathed. They're like, something else I was thinking about was like, well, had Landa carved swastikas on his head, on the Bastards, the Inglorious Basterds head, I would probably be more like, oh, that's interesting that they got swastikas carved on their heads, or something that, like, I'm not saying I want them to, but I was like, there's something that it just doesn't feel like. It seems like it's like the way that they hate him is just because, like, well, he's a Nazi. He's a Nazi, so we got to hate him. They're Nazis, and then there's a and okay, granted, they're Jews, American, fine. Of course, they hate every Nazi, and especially the one who hunts them down. But there's just a feeling of, I guess I just feel I needed more other than the yay, he got it, goodbye. Like I said, so other than that. I like the script. I know that it'll be filmed. It's coming out. I don't want to spoil any. Spoilers over. So I'll put an annotation where it ends. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't want any drastic changes. Like I said, that was only probably one of the main things that made me go, like, okay, I wasn't feeling that, but other than that, liked it. It was a fun read. It was good. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can't wait to start seeing some footage of it, trailers and things, and go check it out. So, and probably my favorite thing from the script, aside from the under table standoff, was the thing that made me laugh was the bingo thing. Because he's like, bingo, how fun, or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck was that? It's stupid. So, like I said, I liked Landa, and I was thinking Buscemi in my mind. Maybe that was just me because I was thinking Buscemi. But like I said, so hopefully, I'm sure it's a simple quibble. It'll be fixed depending on how the scenes play out. So that's it. Inglorious Basterds. It looks like it'll be a really fun movie. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be nominated on anything or anything, but as it stands, it's a really fun movie. Like it seems fun. It seems it's more minimal, and I like that about it. I like that there are big things in it, but it's a very small, minimal movie. It's not trying to be, you're not going to get a Saving Private Ryan, Storm of the Beach kind of stuff, and that's what I liked about it. I liked that it was more kind of a simplistic tale that has its little things. So as it stands, I like everything in the script. I wouldn't make any other changes. Like I said, those were just the small quibbles that I had, and that was it. So that's Inglorious Basterds.